Hello everybody, and welcome to The Way Between. I'm your host Zegander, and we are going today to do a necromancy guide for beginners for Ancient Domains of Mystery. Now, I forgot to turn my mic on when I was streaming this initially, so the first 6 minutes or so of the broadcast, I didn't have any sound coming from my mic. So we're trying to fix that in post. I hope you all enjoy my idiotic antics. We're just going to jump right in and start a new hardcore game. You can do it, yeah. There you go. Good job, buddy. Star sign, you can do one of two things. You can pick candle or tree. And I went over this in some detail. For a beginner, I recommend candle. Let's just leave it at that. Tree lets you do some stuff with your alignment. It also provides you with the same benefit you're going to spend that free talent on that candle gives you. It gives you that plus more, but it doesn't give you the healing. So I rate them as equally good, especially for this character, a beginner necromancer. They're both great. Just stick with the candle star sign as a beginner. Race, we're going to go with dwarf. The reason we're going with dwarf is because dwarf is, as far as I know, through the little research that I've done, admittedly, the only necromancer that can start neutral. And that's going to be important for reasons that I get into in a lot more depth later when I do actually have my mic on in the video. So that'll be nice. That'll be a real treat, right, guys? We're going to flesh out the character with points. Basically, we are going to maximize our toughness. God only knows what I could be doing right now. I'm having some sort of conversation with myself in my room. There we go. We made it. Get that toughness up there. We're going to reduce perception a little bit. We're going to reduce charisma a little bit. And then we're going to get mana up to 18. So we can start with that sweet, the mana score is nice, but the talent is just as important. With our talents, we are going to pick Hardy to start with, because that opens up the tough skin protection value tree of feats. Oh look, me. Hi, I'm alive and I'm saying words, but they don't match the words that you're hearing right now. So we're gonna pick the Hardy talent if I haven't already. There we go. We can do it. And we're gonna pick Tough Skin, and then we're gonna fumble around a little bit and think that we missed it. Think that maybe we picked the wrong talent, but we didn't. And then we're gonna pick Iron Skin. I'll wait for myself to catch up here. You can make fun of me mumbling nonsense, sweet nonsenses to myself. Here we go. We only started with 5 PV, which is really sad, with 22 toughness and tough skin and iron skin. But we do start with a Ring of Luck, which you will see provides us with dividends, baby. We start with a pretty decent set of stuff in our backpack, but that spellbook of no alignment's really bad. Anyway, what we start off doing is reading our spellbooks, learning the maximum uses of our spells as we can to start the game. We end up with a pretty good pool of Frostbolt. We have a lot of trouble here. We're struggling to learn no alignment. Mostly because we're not super literate as a necromancer. You don't start with 100 like a wizard does, but also because no alignment is a divine spell. It's the worst and most worthless spell in the game. So I don't know why I didn't just throw that spell book in the trash. I will never cast that spell ever. Once we're done doing that, damaging ourselves, our health and our mana, trying desperately to learn no alignment. It was at this point he realized he had fucked up. So you see I'm kind of like looking around. Oh no. My mic's not on. There, I just plugged it in. I think. So hopefully you're not hearing us overlapping now, but we'll get this figured out. I do a little typing. Oh shit. Basically. And there you have it. So I'll allow myself to kind of get situated here. You can have a break from my voice for just a second, and then we'll be back at it. Alright, that might sound a little better. I should have done test stream. Let me make sure this thing's active. Alright. Oh my god. Whoever's watching, let me know if you can hear me. Let this idiot know if you can hear him. I said a whole bunch of things there. But, we have a Ring of Luck, which is nice. First thing you want to do is read those spell books like I was doing. Just open up any square and read those spell books. Next up, I always go to the small cave just to try to find a waterproof blanket. If I can. May sound silly to those not familiar with ADOM, but if you are familiar with ADOM, you'll know that a waterproof blanket is necessary for survival. Alright, we already found the downstairs, which is really great. Spellbook of Light, nice. But we need the waterproof blanket. That's the main reason I come in here. I don't really have much desire to check out the cave to the High Mountain Village. I really just don't care about it that much. That's very unfortunate. Nice. Another nice thing about dwarves is they do start with detect traps, so I'm going to search this door about 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. You can't be sure that there's no traps on it after even 6 times, but it's better than not having detect traps at all and having no idea. Alright, the waterproof blanket should be in this room. There we go. Blanket achieved. Alright, let's just try to get out of here without gaining any levels. It's okay if we gain like 1 or even 2. First thing you're going to want to level up. Concentration governs the speed with which you regain mana. So you want to get that as high as you can in your early levels. And you may notice I'm not using Necromancy at all. And I'm doing that on purpose. I'm going to close this door. Enemies in this cave spawn at twice your level. So any new enemies that come on screen after I've entered the cave will be level 4 at this point, which is still manageable. But it quickly gets out of hand, obviously. And we're just going to leave. Now that I've taken care of those guys. Alright, that was actually really, really nice. The reason I was saying before about the tree star sign particularly, cheers by the way, we had a coffee bender today. Coffee bender, an amazing coffee ale. Coffee brown ale. Just want to make sure my sound is working. It in fact is. What a wild difference plugging a microphone makes. Plugging the microphone in makes. I'm going to go ahead and munch on my salad. So I will be turning my mic down a little bit so you don't have to hear me slurping leaves. And I will turn off my camera. So if you are still having trouble hearing me, do let me know. I will do my best to kind of text chat for a little while here. Okay. Once you have gotten the waterproof blanket out of the small cave, you can immediately come to the starter village Trinio. Pick up a few rations. You want to get to at least strained, but obviously you're limited by what you can afford anyway. Alright, let's eat a couple of these. Wow, that was a great meal. I'll go ahead and turn myself back up here. You want to chat to a few people with stars on their heads. Don't chat to that druid down there. He gives you a quest you don't want. Necromancer starts with herbalism, so and a dwarf necromancer starts neutral, so you can go ahead and do the village elders quest, which is to save their carpenter. You can also talk to the sheriff and see about finding Krenak the Raider. Don't do anything else, but if you run into Krenak, that's another lawful boost. The nice thing about Necromancy, you can't get too lawful, because using Necromancy is an inherently chaotic act. It's a very chaotic act, to be fair. Alright, so now we got a whole bunch of quests. I'm going to go straight for the village dungeon, because we want to get the carpenter saved as soon as possible, so we can start putting points into healing. I'm still going to stick with maxing concentration for now. We got it to 80, so I'll start raising some other skills. And I'm going to continue on that tough skin tree. So steel skin gives us another 2 protection value. Sorely needed at this point. And we should be able to keep our tactic on very aggressive through here. 7 PV will keep us safe from most things in here. It's not great. I really would have liked to have closer to 9 by the time I got here, but you make do with what you've got, right? And again, notice, I'm not using Necromancy at all. I could bring that corpse back from the dead, but I'm not going to. You want to keep your alignment neutral. Oops. You can even go lawful with it if you want, but you want to be neutral. And the reason you want to remain neutral, and again, this is just for beginners. I do plan to do a chaotic, a more advanced chaotic walkthrough eventually. Alright, now that I've got concentration to 81, I'm going to get find weakness above 20, I'm going to get detect traps above 20, and I'm going to start working on literacy. Muscles feel stronger, that's good. Alright, the healer is in Village Dungeon level 4, so we gotta go find the healer. The reason you want to keep your alignment neutral is because it's the easiest to crown. And crowning is a mechanic you may or may not be familiar with. The reason I pick up a stone spear is, A, it's a spear, and casters of any kind like to train spears because the higher your spear level, the better your defense gets. But B, it's stone, so it can't be corroded by certain slimes. Wow, a spellbook of teleportation. I don't know how that always seems to happen when I'm doing a beginner's guide. Well, we're going to read that right away. If we can. Actually, yeah, without max literacy, I'm not going to do that on second thought. We'll hold on to it for now. I don't want it to get destroyed. I will go up a level and drop it here. I forgot I had that Spellbook of Light. I will go back down and go ahead and read that. Whoops. Until it dies. Man, we are dumb. There we go. Alright, we got a few castings of light, that's fine. I left the teleportation book down there because down there it can't be picked up. Like, time stops on levels that you're not exploring. And it keeps it out of my inventory, so that keeps it from being destroyed. And from not weighing us down. There goes all my mana. Well, that sucks. Alright. Hopefully the healer can still heal. In that room, I assume he can, but I've never seen that happen. Anyway, what was I saying? Crowning. You may be familiar with crowning, you may not. Crowning is a mechanic where... I thought I turned my... Oh, no, I left it off. That's fine. I'll leave it off. Oops. Crowning is a mechanic where you achieve really high piety level with your deity. That sucks. For a beginner playthrough, don't worry so much if you have to kill cats. There is a very powerful boss late in the game that, in all honesty, you know, no offense, but a beginner is probably going to die before they can even have to be in danger of facing the Cat Lord. But he is extremely powerful, and yes, his name is the Cat Lord. Alright, we've got literacy above 80. That's good. If you manage to get to him without ever killing any cats, he actually won't fight you, and he gives you an incredibly powerful ring. If you have killed even one cat, he will fight you, and he's very strong, and the more cats you've killed, the stronger he becomes. Since this is a beginner's guide, I'm going to just kill the cat. You can see, moaning pathetically, it plunges to the ground. You hear a faint echoing roar filled with hate and sorrow. That is the Cat Lord, who now wants to murder me. Which is fine. Which is, you know, his choice. So now that we've found the healer, I'm gonna go bring the carpenter to him. Anyway, as I was saying, crowning. There are altars throughout the game. There's an altar in Dwarf Town that is always the same alignment as you. Another big reason you want to be neutral. At least before you get to Dwarf Town. A pickaxe already. That's very nice. Through these altars, you basically can make sacrifices or offerings to your deity. And that increases your piety, which allows you to do things like pray for full health, pray for sickness to be removed, pray for curses to be removed, etc. It's a pretty flexible system that's very interesting and useful in its own right. But when your piety gets to a certain point with your deity, you can become crowned champion of whatever your alignment is via that deity. And what that does is it makes you permanently blessed. Where are the downstairs? Must be over here. At least I hope so. No. Makes you permanently blessed. It makes you immune to one of the 4 elemental damage types. Fire, cold, shock, or acid. And it grants you a random artifact. Which is better than it sounds. Artifacts can be incredibly powerful in this game. They can also be just okay, which kind of sucks, but man, I was hoping to get to the guy before I leveled up so much so I could have some points to put into healing, but oh well. We will work on food preservation. We want to get that to above 40. Let's continue working on find weakness, I suppose. And we will go ahead and definitely get mithril skin. Now we have 10 protection value. That's a pretty healthy amount for this place in the game. Excuse you, gelatinous cube. Goodbye. Alright, so it was in here the whole time. Whoopses. Getting an easy crowning like that with the altar in Dwarf Town is definitely something you want to try to do as a beginner, and it's definitely something you can't necessarily do if you're playing a chaotic necromancer. So if you're running around raising the dead all willy-nilly, you're going to be chaotic by the time you reach Dwarf Town, and then you miss out on a ton of quests in Dwarf Town because nobody will talk to you. Alright, let's see what this is. Damn. Earthquake. Are you joking me? Okay, well, I guess we'll just keep trying to learn it. I'm probably never gonna cast that spell. It costs 107. It costs more than double the maximum amount of power points I currently have. And it can also hurt yourself. I've never used it. I'll be surprised if I use it at all in this guide. You never know. So again, back to alignment. That's why I say, as a beginner Necromancer, and this is going to sound really lame, but be a dwarf, and don't even worry about Necromancy at all until, for a while, honestly. Don't use Necromancy at all until you get to Dwarf Town, unless you need to reduce your alignment from lawful back to neutral. So it's a nice little... Ow. It's a nice little alignment kind of fix there for you. Alright, let's put a couple points into first aid, and let's start to max literacy now. But what you don't want to do is walk into Dwarf Town. You don't want to walk into Dwarf Town lawful or chaotic. And the reason I say that, another interaction with alignment, is I forgot to mention, when you get crowned Champion of Neutrality, you get crowned Champion of Balance, is what they call it. You also get an amulet of your alignment. So in this case, you'd get an amulet of balance. And what's great about that is you bless that amulet of balance. Anytime you do use Necromancy from then on in the future, you put on the amulet of balance before you do, to drastically reduce how chaotic of an act that is, if that makes sense. So it's easier for you to maintain your neutral alignment after you've been crowned. We finally got a shield. Let's pick up this girdle. Another pickaxe. That's very nice. Okay, let's pick up some rocks. Not that. I don't know what I just picked up. Alright, let's put on this girdle. Wow, that's amazing. Okay. Let's put on one of these slings. Okay. We are in incredible shape. If I could just find the damn carpenter. You don't want to kill those guys with melee attacks, they paralyze you. Alright, here we go. The carpenter's going to be on this level. We got to bring him back to the healer so we can learn the healing skill. Ah, Cave Fisher Corpse. That should be poison resistance. It'll poison us right off the bat. But then we should have poison resistance once that poison wears off, which is good. There we go. We should be poison resistant. Where's our carpenter now? There he is. Hi, buddy. Don't kill me. Carpenter is actually really strong, and he can punch through armor and hit with pretty nasty crits every now and then. Our defense is pretty okay. That sucks. That's a doppelganger. I'm just gonna frostbolt it. I was gonna say I hope it dies, and it did. Ouch. Yep, see, there you go. That was pretty rough. Another doppelganger. Okay. Calm down with the doppelgangers, guys. I'm pretty sure that was a rattling fencer. Oh my god. This is gonna hurt. Don't kill me. Okay, we're just gonna go back to coward. Frostbolt both these guys. Alright, where was... We gotta go up here. Erig's the Mad Carpenter. He's a little scary when you're a caster. Where do we gotta get to from here? Where am I? Okay. A little hard to see on the minimap sometimes. That's just a warrior. I don't really care about you, to be honest. Go away. The rattling fencers can disarm you, which is wildly frustrating. One of the most irritating enemies in the game. And now we just gotta bring him over... Oh, shit. Hi, guys. That dude with the pickaxe is a trap master, and I want him to die before he traps the floor. Okay, and he did not. Good. I think we're going the right way. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, the healer's over here. Ouch. Hello, Mr. Healer. Okay, good. He can still heal in the magical shock room, which it didn't do this time. I didn't realize that was only a one-time deal. Cool. That huge manual is just a carpentry manual. You can learn bridge building, and let me tell you what, it is not useful whatsoever. Not only are you never going to have the wood to build a bridge out of. Oh, right. Alright, let's see if we can learn... Well, let's learn Slow Monster first. Oh, we learned teleportation. We're not going to learn very many teleportations, but that doesn't matter. It is so powerful. We only need a few, at least, to start the game. Alright, that was killer. That was killer. Now... what I recommend doing next is, you can see we don't have a ton of food on hand. What's this? Nothing. Okay. Go grab some food. Actually, go talk to the village elder first. This is a lawful alignment boost. You can see we're actually lawful right now. Talking to the elder is going to be another lawful alignment boost. Talking to the carpenter, I think, is another minor lawful alignment boost. Sure, we can train in bridge building. And then this might give you a minor boost as well, talking to that guy. He's reduced the prices of rations, which is cool. So go pick a few of them up. And don't attack the baby dragon. Next thing I recommend doing is heading to the puppy cave. Small cave entry leading into the depths of the mountains. You're just here to hunt down the ants. I always search those locked doors, because it's a very good chance that they're trapped, and you don't want to deal with traps in the early game, especially as a caster, but really with any character. We're just gonna... Ooh, there's a pool. As a beginner, don't worry about pools. We're not gonna worry about pools in this guide. You can drink from them. They can grant or remove very powerful intrinsic qualities. I feel studious. My learning just increased by itself. That was really cool. Am I still using the stone spear? I am. Okay, let's not. Let's not, though. That was cool. That was a cool try. Pools can grant powerful intrinsic qualities. They can also take them away. They can also curse you or doom you, or both. They can do all sorts of really nasty things to your character while there is a pool on the first and second floors. Critical hit for 0 damage, ladies and gentlemen. You see that from time to time. They can do all sorts of nasty things to your character if you're not blessed, lucky, and if fate does not smile upon ye. So I definitely don't recommend drinking from them if you don't have all of those intrinsic qualities already. And even if you do, it might honestly not be a good idea as a new player, just because you don't really know what you're doing. But what we are here for is to beat up some ants and hope that one of them, at least, drops an ant corpse, and then we're going to eat that corpse. As macabre as it sounds, a big part of this game is eating dead bodies. Did I not learn the healing skill? What an idiot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a beginner's guide. I'm doing great. I'm just going to raise literacy because that's important anyway. I'm going to keep killing a couple ants. But then we really got to go back and get that healing skill. Okay, yeah, we're just going to do that now. Since I didn't do it while I was there last time. Like a moron. Get out of the way. Man, come on. You are harshing my vibe. Okay. Sorry for the little detour here. This is really stupid and embarrassing. I mean, I'm not embarrassed. It's just really dumb. I don't have a problem calling myself dumb, so it's not exactly embarrassing as much as it is, I will openly admit, idiotic. Let me destroy some more salad here really quick. I'll be right back. Huzzah! God, I feel dumb. Alright, I am back. Salad is destroyed. Hello. Back into the ant corridor, where we are hoping to eat a juicy ant corpse. The reason... oh my. The reason you want to eat an ant corpse is because eating an ant corpse 100% guarantees you receive acid resistance, which is a very useful intrinsic quality to have, and there you go. So just chomp on that. It's going to make you vomit a little bit. That's okay. As long as your stomach tingles, you know you're good. Let's kill the ant queen. We're not going to tussle with her with melee attacks because she hits really hard. Let's go ahead and eat that ration to make up for the vomiting we just did. And go ahead and head back to the surface now. I'm going to pause for a second and talk to my girlfriend. My apologies, but she is at sea, and I don't get to talk to her very often. So just a moment. I won't be paying attention to my stream, so if you do say something to me and I don't respond, I apologize, but I am prioritizing talking to my girlfriend right now. So sorry. My fiance, we are getting married next month. It seems crazy, but yeah. I mean, we've been together for a couple years now, so that was a nice little detour. How much food do we have? We still have plenty of food, but that's good. What you want to do now is try to find the moldy dungeon. See if you can find the moldy dungeon, because you want to get there, and you still have time. You want to get there before you reach level 13-ish. There's the moldy dungeon. But we can go ahead and take care of it right now, which is good. So we will go ahead and do that since we are here and we can. Wow. 7 league boots. Yeah, I'm gonna put those on. That's incredible. Those make you move, not necessarily faster, but they decrease the amount of energy it costs you to move. Everything you do costs you X energy out of 1,000. Most actions cost you about 1,000 energy. Your weapon skill, the higher it goes, kind of reduces the amount of energy your attacks will take. 7 league boots reduce the amount of energy it takes you to do 1 square of movement, and dramatically reduces the amount of time it takes you to travel in the overworld map. So the nice thing about 7 league boots, and I forget a soul in agony, that's not good. I forget, ow, exactly to what level it reduces the energy. I know it's at least to 750 out of 1,000. It might even reduce it to like 500 energy, which sounds crazy. Oh my god, ow. But it might actually be. Come on, get hit by the frostbolt. Oh, he's immune to cold because he's a caveman. Shit. I don't have anything else to do to you, sir. Ow. Stop. Ow. I wonder if I'm... Yeah, with the 7 League boots... Oh, come on. That's just obnoxious. There we go. With the 7 League boots, I can outpace him eventually. Maybe. Ugh. I did there for a minute, and then he caught right back up. Well, this kind of sucks. I mean, I can probably kill him in melee. It's just dangerous. Because he hits really hard. I just gotta be more careful. And first aid. Alright. That's fine. A soul in agony is something you never want to see down in the messages. That means that there's a corruption trap. It's generally worse than you sense corruption in your vicinity, or taint in your vicinity. Excuse me. Alright, let's get healing to 17, that's fine, I guess. Let's get literacy maxed. Cool. And so we got mithril skin already. At this point, I would recommend getting healthy. That also interacts with the candle talent, so that every time candle procs, you heal 1 more. Pretty incredible. I'm just trying to find the downstairs. Where did I miss them? Spellbook of Teleportation. This character is lucky. Oh, interesting. See, that's what's causing the soul in agony. It's actually really dangerous because the more one specific enemy gets corrupted by that, they have a chance to turn it into something called a writhing mass of primal chaos, which I guess we could teleport away from. We don't have teleport control, which is an issue. But yeah, we really don't want to run into a writhing mass of primal chaos. It'll kill us. Probably instantly. 1 second though. Fiance texted again. I'm going to go ahead and read that Book of Teleportation in between these 2 closed doors. There's an ogre magus in here. That's really bad. Hi. Alright, he does cold damage. I don't have anything that'll give me cold resistance. Okay. He does a lot of cold damage, too. We're going to try to kill him off as fast as we can with Frostbolt. And hope for the best. Okay, we got him. Whew. Let's try to fix that bleeding. It is not working out for us. There we go. That was really scary. Alright, keep learning about teleportation. That's good. Alright, we've got quite a few teleports now. The reason we are in the Moldy Dungeon is we are looking for something called the Tome of Donors. An excellent artifact book that can do sort of like what the pools can do. Every time you read it, oh jeez. This level's so annoying. There's a moving area of the dungeon, which is good if you're not strong enough to face the guardian of the Tome of Donors. You can kind of, if you can at least survive long enough to lead him here, you can generally lose him in that little area, but it's still really annoying. But as I was saying, the Tome of Donors, every time you read it, will grant you like a random benefit. We do know light. Good. Similar to kind of the things that a pool can give you, but without any chance of giving you any drawback, which is amazing. It can't do all of the things that a pool can do, but it can still do some really good things. So getting it early in the game is useful. I have been working my fiance to the bone. Anyway, we are going to go get that Tome of Donors. And the reason you want to get there early is because if you don't get there by around level 13-ish, the tome will have become rotted due to the mold in the Moldy Dungeon. And then you can't use it, and that's really sad. Tome's always on floor 5. And it's always guarded by a stone golem, which is pretty formidable. And we don't really actually have a good way of dealing with him, aside from just teleporting away, which is what I'll probably do. Without teleport control, teleportation is going to send me to just a random square on the map, but it'll at least get me away from the stone golem. The stone golem is very resistant to bolt spells. That crude spear is going to be better than my stone spear, but it can rust and corrode. So you'll have to worry about that. Hopefully it's not cursed, but it is going to deal more damage, which is important. But yeah, the Stone Golem is a pretty tough customer in melee for sure, and he resists bolt spells. Ideally, you would have a spell called Burning Hands, which is a melee ranged magic spell that can't miss, can't be resisted, deals pretty consistently solid fire damage. That carves away his hit points dramatically, very quickly. And you can cast it in Coward, and you don't have to worry about getting hurt nearly as much. So all in all, Burning Hands, again, ideal situation for facing the Stone Golem. Without it, there are Fireball, Acid Ball, spells of that nature. Okay, we want to go Coward here. Yeah, you can see he's just punching straight through my armor. Alright, we got the lavish lead room. It weighs 500 stones, which is pretty absurd. I don't think we're faster than him, even with the 7 league boots. I'll give it a shot. Oh my god, I got him stuck in the webs. We're going to close that door on him, and it's as easy as that. Wow. I wasn't expecting him to get stuck in the web at all. No, no, no! Oh, god. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ooh. I don't really want to be facing a least demon right now, either. Why is this door closed? Did I close that door? Alright, awesome. Lavish lead room is in hand. Amazing. The reason I'm not reading from it right now is because you have to bless it for it to actually do anything good for you. But that was super easy. Very, very nice. What is this? Yellow ooze. This thing regenerates. It's really annoying. Holy cow. Killed it instantly. Alright. I'm having, like, some streamer luck here. So. You've gone through the village dungeon. Easy peasy. You've gotten acid resistance from the ants in the puppy cave. And you found the moldy dungeon and obtained the lavish librum. What next? I would advise going into the Caverns of Chaos over here as your next order of business. Just to get to... Wow, we have a shop. A general store. There could be a mimic in there, and I don't want it to paralyze and kill me. Chances aren't super high that it would. Alright, we do want knock. I'm gonna walk around in Coward and just check this out. Knock is good because it lets you... there is a mimic, and it paralyzed me through Coward. That's really bad. I could die right here. I've been chain paralyzed by a mimic like that. Just paralyzed me. I think it was 6 times in a row, and I died from full health. It was amazing. God, that was what I was afraid of. Anyway, knock. Knock will disable traps and unlock doors at the same time, and it's pretty cheap. That'll come in handy in the pyramid. Destroy undead is also it's like Burning Hands, but it only works on undead, but it does way more damage. All right, let's go ahead and read those spell books. Destroy undead. Didn't understand it. Alright, cool. Oops. So, wow, okay, we actually got a lot of castings of both. Nice. Stone block trap. I'm gonna knock. I'm gonna knock. Wait, what am I doing? Okay. The reason you want to come here, you just want to get to the arena. Oh boy. I did not mean to open that vault. I should have known it was a vault. Vaults are cool. Good ways of getting decent items to start the game, but it's also kind of a pain in the ass. They're filled with a ton of enemies. Why did I go there? I don't really care about the leather armor right now. It is going to be almost a guaranteed one more protection value than what I've got, but whatever. Magic Missile, very nice. Alright, I'm going to get out of this hallway. Why did I pick up broken arrows? That was pretty dumb. I'm going to eat that goblin. Yep, right in your face. Right in your face, guys. Alright, can you come over here and die? I'll pick up the battle axe. And I'm going to kill this dude. And then hopefully... Nah. I was going to say hopefully not have to deal with any more of these assholes. Okay. You want to get to the arena, which is usually dungeon level 4 or 5. And the reason you want to get to the arena is because then you'll virtually guarantee a solid food source for yourself. There's almost always at least one, and usually two. Oh no. A moving section in the Cavern of Chaos? That's unusual. Oh boy. I guess my luck had to run out at some point. Don't do that. Alright. What am I... Oh. My bat corpse is becoming rotten. One of the merchants in the arena will carry cooked lizards, and a lot of them. And they're very good for keeping you fed. And they are much lighter, for example, than the rations that I've been carrying around. Damn. So arena's going to be level 5, hopefully. Good. The fragrance of sweat and blood is what you're looking for. I don't know why I went over here. I know the arena's not going to be over here, but now I feel committed. We have some fighting. Oh, he must have fallen into a pit. He's being attacked by pit vipers. Oh, shit. Now you're poisoned, asshole. Come here. That's some scale armor, and I'm definitely going to pick that up. Because that's going to be like 4 or maybe even 5 protection value compared to the 1 that my robe is giving me. Let's get find weakness above 40. Alright, we've got literacy maxed now. Let's get healing above 20. Nice, we got it to 27. And work on maxing concentration now. Muscles feel stronger. That's amazing. I don't care. I will fall into that pit for chainmail all day. I don't even care if it's cursed. Charged. I think that makes our power points regenerate faster. That's amazing. We're just getting... Oh, the Ring of Luck. I was going to say, we are getting all the gear this run. Holy shit. Alright, so talk to these guys. Look for someone selling cooked lizards. Not a fat worm. Not a cooked roach. Not a fried bat. Although fried bat won't make you vomit. It's not as good. It's not as satiating. Why am I... Oh, charged just means it deals me lightning damage. That blows. That sucks. Well, let me deal with these buffoons. Get lined up for me. And take that off. Man, I really thought charged was increased power point regeneration. I'm gonna have to look that up now. Not rat tails. Ow, that that guy hit pretty hard. I guess he is an outlaw leader. Alright. Nobody wants your fat worm, man. That's gross. Cooked lizard, that's exactly what you want. Yes. Buy as many as you can. They usually only have like 40. He only had 20. That sucks. Hit the N key and scroll over them with the magnifying glass and then press spacebar because you want to name them. I always name males Lazard after a character in Valkyrie Profile, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. And I name, if there's a female Rattling Trader who's got cooked lizards, I name her Liz or Lizzie. Finally, we got a cloak. There should be another cooked lizard salesman. There we go. Yes. Give me as many as you got. That's fine. So you see, we just picked up 60 cooked lizards, and we're doing fine. I mean, part of that is because we have a +4 girdle of strength, which is amazing. But so you want to name this one too. I think this one's also a male. So I named one Lizard already. This one will be Blizzard. You can earn a lot of extra cash at the arena as well. It's part of a quest, though, that we're going to do later. So it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry about it for now. I'm just going to try to find these downstairs. Next big hurdle is the big room. Oh, hi. You've summoned Ghost, I see. I think they can still be frost-bolted to death, or can they not? It shrugged off the bolt. Okay, that's fine. As long as it didn't resist it. Ugh. No, okay, they're immune. That blows. Okay. Dwarves don't have the longest lifespans in the world. So meleeing ghosts is not the best plan, but it's the only plan we got right now, so. Eat that caveman corpse. I think that can give you a strength increase if I'm correct. I'm not 100% sure that's correct, but I think it can. Wraiths are a little dangerous. More dangerous than a ghost, for example. Alright, so here's our next hurdle. The big room. The cavernous room. Don't mind the Windows sounds. Everything's fine. Trust me. I'm clearly a professional. What you want to do right here, go coward, take it slow, gather some enemies around. Yes, come, gather around. Take them upstairs. Deal with them upstairs. I'm just going to kill everything but the staring eye, and then I'll kill the staring eye, just in case it paralyzes me. I didn't think it did, but you can never be too careful in this game. So, again, just kind of repeat that. You will get swarmed in the big room, so just gather ye faithful. Take them upstairs, beat them up. This way no more enemies spawn in and gank you. Excuse me, goodness. That thick girdle is going to be a girdle of carrying, which could also come in handy. Invariably, that girdle of strength is going to get destroyed by a trap or... This is a nice little patch of herbs. Curaria Mancox will cure at least disease, but I think maybe also poison. Got a good little bundle of herbs there. Usually, the big room is more full of baddies than this. More streamer luck, I guess. Ow, don't crit me. This is why you run around in Coward. Frostbolt should be able to jam up these water traps. Oh well. The big room also has a ton of herbs, which is nice because necromancers have herbalism. We haven't put any points into it yet, but I think it started at over 40. So that gives us a chance to pick some blessed herbs. Boy, oh boy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put on that stone spear. This is exactly why I picked it up. Green slimes, if you don't take care of them, will... Oh, God. Hold on. That's a rust monster. We got to deal with him. Can you line up for me, guys? Thanks. We got to deal with him before he rusts my gear. He dropped a mithril warhammer. That is neat. Those green slimes will multiply if you don't take care of them. And that becomes a huge pain in the ass. Don't eat a doppelganger corpse. Actually, you can't unless you're starving. Just because it freaks you out. I mean, it's like eating yourself. I can understand if that's a little... enough to give someone a little pause, you know. Alright, I haven't found any Morgia root, unfortunately. That's the big winner for us. That increases our toughness and our willpower. Another reason why dwarves are good. They get decent strength scores, pretty decent willpower scores, though that's fairly low. Really good max toughness, and honestly not terrible mana, and we can improve that. Now that we are here, there's a couple things we can do. Honestly, I'm just kind of running on autopilot right now. I typically just go straight to Dwarf Town, but you don't have to do that. So what I would honestly advise as a necromancer is to not. Get through the big room. You know, find the downstairs. But you've got food now, because you found the arena. So get through the big room, try to find the downstairs. It's taken me a really long time on this character. But that happens sometimes. It is, after all, a big room. And sometimes the downstairs is all the way across the room. So that's cool. We got the downstairs. Hi, that's a troll. Do I have slow monster? I do. I kind of don't want to kill the troll just because one of the quests for the dwarf man is going to be kill a troll, probably. Well, by the time... I don't know. By the time I come back, I suppose it'll be something else, but... So that's cool. We've got the downstairs. What am I doing? Take me to the... What? Take me to the upstairs. How do I not know where to go? Oh, I can't. Yeah, duh. I can't because this dumbass. Who's the dumbass now? It me. Cats. That's why slow monster is important, everybody. That's why you learn slow monster. Am I still on the stone spear? I am. Good. Ow. Okay. This is going to be virtually it for this episode, but I do want to just get back out of the Caverns of Chaos now that we've got some food. Because the next episode is going to be all about kind of setting ourselves up for success. You could just go through the Caverns of Chaos till you get to Dwarf Town. That's never a bad idea. But with this particular character, Not only do I think, I mean, you don't need any more levels, but it would be a good idea to get some things taken care of before you start to worry about the next sections of the game. Because we have 2 pickaxes particularly, there's one thing I definitely want to do now that we're back on the surface, and that's go get the Wand of Teleportation. So we're going to do that next episode, and we'll visit this town next episode. But because we have pickaxes, we can go get the Wand of Teleportation. You might ask, you know, why do that if you already have the teleportation spell? It's still always a good idea to have a fallback. That way you're not wasting your teleportation castings. But 2, it also doesn't cost you any mana to use the Wand of Teleportation, so you can use it as like a get-out-of-jail-free card. Almost no matter what's going on, you can use it to escape. Another thing we want to do, I think, at least personally with this character, before moving on, now would be a good time to get teleport control. Most characters probably won't be so lucky to get teleportation this early in the game, but now, I mean, we have it. But even if we didn't have it, we could go get the Wand of Teleportation with our pickaxes, and getting teleport control early in the game with a source of teleportation is just awesome. You know, with teleport control, you cast teleport and you move yourself wherever you want on the map. Another thing we can do now that I don't know if I would recommend is we could go to High Mountain Village, and we could teleport and get the Scroll of Cure Corruption, or the Scroll of Corruption Removal. The Scroll of Corruption Removal. The only reason I say I don't know if that's a good idea to do right now, the only reason is because what the rest of this guy is going to be doing is setting up the steps you need to succeed in the mid-game and the end game. And one of those steps is going to be going back to Dwarf Town down here and doing all of the Dwarf Town quest. Again, that's why I'm lawful still. You might want to work on getting that alignment back down to neutral at this point, but you still have some time. As long as you're using Necromancy on your way to Dwarf Town, you'll get it down to neutral. You need it to be neutral before you reach Dwarf Town. The altar in Dwarf Town is generated based on your alignment when you walk into Dwarf Town. So if you were lawful when you walked in and then change your alignment later to neutral, that altar is going to stay lawful. If you were chaotic when you walked in, I want to say if you were chaotic when you walked in and then convert... Oh, that's right. If you're chaotic when you walk in, it'll be a neutral altar. So you have to change your alignment. But if you're lawful when you walk into Dwarf Town and then you change your alignment to neutral, that altar is going to remain lawful, which is not good for you. You want it to be neutral, that way you can wear an Amulet of Balance later on in the game, and try to maintain that neutral alignment. Now, all that being said, getting all the Dwarf Town quests done, those are also lawful acts. So the more you do those, you're going to have to use Necromancy a little bit more. But what I'm getting at here is, you do all the Dwarf Town quests, by the time you're done with Dwarf Town quests and the Pyramid, you should be around level 20-ish. When you go back to the small cave, and this is something that you can prep for by just like selling a corpse to the food guy here in Trinio. When you go back to the small cave, what I'm going to set up in this walkthrough is take a fairly decent corpse in there with you to use Necromancy on in the small cave, so that the companion you make for yourself, likely a ghoul at that point, you're going to be level 20, it's going to spawn in at level 40. That thing can carry you through a large portion of the game. So normally I would probably wait until level 20 to go to the High Mountain Village. There's not really much that you're going to want to do in the High Mountain Village anyway, other than get that Scroll of Corruption removal. So I think for this walkthrough, we're going to save that for quite a while later, a few episodes down the line. And we're going to see how that goes. But we're going to leave it here today. Next episode, we're gonna check out this village. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I don't know if you learned anything or any new strategies. I know it is kind of lame to play a Necromancer this way, not using any Necromancy whatsoever. I just feel this is the safest, most beginner-friendly way to play a Necromancer. You will be able to use much more Necromancy later in the game, but this gets you through the early game and lets you gain a bunch of experience and necessary items that you're going to need to even break through the mid-game. So we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in with me, and I hope you guys have a good evening.